Hi friends, how are you all? Today I'll talk about the fourth house in astrology. What is the significance of the fourth house number 4? So friends, do subscribe to this channel, and if you want consultation, my number is there in the video description, and please press the all notification bell to get all updates. Alright, friends, what is the fourth house in astrology? Well, the fourth house is naturally ruled by the planet Moon in the chart of the cosmic man. So the sign of Cancer is there in the fourth house. The fourth house actually, signifies the heart. Yes, the chest or lungs, that portion is signified by the fourth house. And the fourth house, it signifies your home, then your comfort, your luxury. It signifies all your possessions in a way, like your assets. Yes, all your possessions and accumulated wealth, they are also seen, they are mainly seen from the second house. But fourth house can also signify your assets, what assets you have, and your property, even landed property or any kind of property, whatever you have. So it is also the house of your possessions. It is the house of your mother. The fourth house is the house of your mother. Fourth house is your home environment. It is also the house of your motherland, or you can say the native place, your birthplace. It is the house of your motherland. And it is also the house of real estate. So fourth house. And if the native wants to join politics, then the native must have a strong fourth house and also a strong Rahu. So because fourth house is also the house of the people of your native land, they also can be seen from the fourth house. That is why you need to have a strong fourth house, and you need to have a strong Rahu if you want to join politics. Now friends, and Saturn should be connected to Rahu if in case you want to join politics, because Saturn is your profession. But that is beside the point. Now we are talking about the fourth house. Fourth house can signify your heart, as I said. So it is not just the house of your home and comfort or your comfort zone of your assets, but it is also the house of, you can say, it is the house which will denote how large-hearted or otherwise the native is. So whether the native is large-hearted or not, that also can be denoted by the fourth house, because it stands for your heart, your emotions, your sensitivity, because the sign of Cancer is there. Moon stands for sensitivity. Moon rules the fourth house in the natural zodiac. So how caring you are, how large-hearted or otherwise the native is, all these things also the fourth house can show. Now say for example, if you are a Virgo ascendant, then Jupiter, that is Sagittarius sign, will fall in the fourth house, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So that will show that the native, if Jupiter is well placed in the chart, the native is large-hearted. It can show that. Yes friends, because Jupiter is ruling the fourth house. The native Jupiter Sagittarius sign also can show duty, the sense of duty and responsibility. The native will be responsible and dutiful towards his family, towards his home. So he will always take care of his home, of his mother, yes, of all the family members who are closely connected to his home or house. So that can happen. So you have to look at which sign is ruling the fourth house. That can also say so many things about your fourth house. Now say if you're a Leo ascendant, then Scorpio sign will rule the 4th house. Then whenever it comes to giving someone something, because 4th house also denotes how large-hearted you are and how caring you are towards others, because after all it's the house of the moon, and moon is the mother who is so caring and loving. So whenever it comes to giving someone something, you will be a little critical. You could be a little critical, because Scorpio is the sign of analysis. A Scorpio goes to the depth of every matter and analyzes it very deeply before that is the nature of Scorpio, because it belongs to the 8th house in the natural zodiac, the sign. It in a way that rules the 8th house. So you will analyze things very deeply and very critically before you make up your mind, and before you finally are able to give someone something. So that will happen. You will analyze it very, very well. You will kind of weigh the matters, because Scorpio is there. You will be critical. So before doing that, so that can happen. So if Mars is in good dignity, because Scorpio sign is there, then Mars will be the ruler of the 4th house. If Mars is in good dignity in the chart, then definitely you will analyze things, and then finally you will also you will also definitely after you have analyzed and you are satisfied that yes, that person deserves, then you will definitely help the person out. But first of all, you will analyze. So that can happen. Now, if so, like that, you have to see. If you have the sign of Aries in the 1st house, then the sign of Cancer will fall in the 4th house. Cancer is again naturally ruled by moon. So it is again an indication that you will be caring, definitely, because Cancer, moon is only ruling your 4th house. And if moon is in good dignity in the chart, so then definitely you will be caring towards your home, towards your family members. You will be caring towards your mother, or even your mother will be caring if moon is in good dignity in the chart. So friends, like that, you can decode things by looking at the sign. Yes, the sign which is ruling the 4th house. If you have a very well placed moon, a strong moon, and then definitely it can also show that you will be very caring, very sympathetic towards others. That also can happen. So friends, now what else we can say? The 4th house is actually, you can say it is in a way the loss that your child, especially your first child, might suffer in life. The losses of your first child. First child is seen from the 5th house. That is why 4th house can also indicate the gain of your younger sibling. Yes, especially the sibling who is just next to you. So the gain of that particular sibling, your younger sibling, it can show. Then friends, 4th house can show it is also definitely connected to your settlement in foreign lands. How? Now, if the 4th house is afflicted, say there is some planet like Ketu in the 4th house, or even Rahu, or say the 12th lord is in the 4th house, or there is some connection between the 12th house and 4th house, then it is a strong indication that the native will even if Saturn is in the 4th house, if Saturn is also in the 4th house, then it is an indication that the native may have to leave his homeland and settle down in some foreign place. It could be a different state within the same country, or it could be a different country altogether. So anything can happen. Now friends, what you can say that how is it connected to even your foreign stay and settlement? Now, the third house of your birth chart, the third house is actually fourth from the 12th house. So, because it is fourth from the 12th house, the third house shows the happiness and peace that you're going to derive, the happiness, joy, and peace of mind that you are going to derive from your stay abroad, from your foreign stay and settlement. So, what kind of happiness and joy you will really be able to achieve, that is seen from the third house, which is fourth from the 12th house. So, now let us go to the let us go to the fourth house. The fourth house is fifth from the 12th house. It is fifth from the 12th house. So, it can indicate, the fourth house can indicate how prosperous you are going to be in the foreign land, because fifth house is also in a birth chart. The fifth house is also the house of prosperity. It is the house of prosperity, and because it is ninth from the ninth house, that is why fifth house is also the house of your fortune, faith, prosperity. So, how fortunate you will be after you go to after you have settled down in a foreign land, how fortunate you are going to be, how prosperous you are going to be. That also we can see from the fourth house of your birth chart. I repeat, how fortunate and how prosperous you are going to be after you have settled down in a foreign land, we can see that from the fourth house of your birth chart, because the fourth house is fifth from your 12th house. So we can see that. So that significance also the fourth house has. Then friends, your fourth house can also denote the work environment or the profession or the workplace of your spouse, because the fourth house is 10th from the 7th house. So it can denote that the work environment, the workplace of your spouse. It can denote the profession of your spouse, the fourth house. And also the fourth house can denote, you can say, because it is 8th from the 9th house. Yes, the fourth house is 8th from the 9th house. So the sorrow or any kind of loss, any kind of misfortune that your father or even your guru or teacher might encounter in life, that also the fourth house can show, the ups and downs in the life of your father or guru or teachers. It can also show the plumbing system in the house of your father or even teacher, the plumbing system, because the fourth house is 8th from the 9th house. Then friends, fourth house can denote, as I told you, I have told you about that it can show the losses of your first child. So, and definitely it is the house of your mother, so it can denote your relationship with your mother's health. It can denote, it can definitely denote your mother's nature. Yes, it can say everything about the mother, because it is the house of the mother. So friends, all these things we can say about the fourth house, and it is also the house of real estate, as I told you. If you want to invest in real estate, whether you will be successful or not, you will come to know by looking at the fourth house. If you have a strong fourth house, then if you invest in real estate, you may be, or if you go for real estate business, you may attain successful. But then Saturn also should form some connection with the 4th house, because after all, for becoming successful in any profession, Saturn should be involved there, because Saturn is after all the indicator of profession. So if Saturn has a connection, a strong or auspicious connection with the 4th house, and the 4th house is also strong, then you can go into real estate. 4th house can also show your education, especially the early education that you acquire in school, in the primary section, in the middle school section, that we see from the 4th house. Even the teachings of your mother, we can see from the 4th house, and especially the education that you acquire in school, that is up to, that is the primary level and also the middle school level, that is seen from the 4th house. The high school education is usually seen from the 5th house. High school and college education, that usually falls under 5th house. But yeah, school education, school especially primary and middle school. So 4th house is also the house of education. Then what else we can say, friends? 4th house is the house of your mental peace, the peace of mind. Yes, whether you will be able to attain peace of mind or not, that also you can see from the 4th house. So the 4th house should not be afflicted. If it is being afflicted by any planet, say Ketu, then you should do the Bij mantra for Ketu at least 108 times every day. Or you should try to use the energy of Ketu in a positive way, because Ketu also will give you good results if you do some kind of meditation. So you should do some spiritual practice, or you can do some meditation, even donation or charity. That is also a very good remedy for Ketu. So do that. Look at the planet which is afflicting the 4th house. You do the remedy for that. If Rahu is in the 4th house, then then also there may be some obstacles, some obstruction in attaining mental peace, because Rahu can also show obstacles, just like Ketu. So some obstruction, some obstacles in attaining peace of mind, say within the home environment, then you should do the Bij mantra for Rahu, and also the remedies for Rahu, like feeding birds, crows, feeding dogs, street dogs especially, is a very good remedy for Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, all these planets. So being kind to animals, being kind to the domestic help, being kind to all 4th grade staff, so being kind to the unprivileged, that is also a very good remedy for Ketu, Rahu and Saturn. So all these remedies you can do, and you can do the Bij mantra. And 4th house, if Rahu is seated, so it can also denote that you may definitely have to, because Rahu denotes foreign land, so you may have a house in foreign land, it can denote that. If Ketu is there, then Ketu also shows detachment or separation, so you may be separated from your birthplace. If Ketu is there, it happens that you may be separated, that is, you may have to leave your birthplace. There will be some detachment Ketu can cause, so you will have to leave your birthplace, your native place, and you have to settle down somewhere else. So after you settle down somewhere else, then what has happened, friends? You have used the energy of Ketu. Maybe you settle down somewhere properly in a different state, or in a different country, say in a foreign place where there is foreign culture. Then you have used the energy of Ketu to some extent. Then you will see that you will be able to come out of that mental stress, or even if there is, say, Moon Ketu combination in the 4th house, it can also show that. And if Moon and Ketu are together, and if Moon is getting afflicted, it can also show that a person is sinking into depression or is moving towards depression, it can show that. So then suppose this combination is in the 4th house, the person leaves the native place, and if the circumstances permit and if the native gets the opportunity, the native should use the opportunity to leave the birthplace and to settle down somewhere else, which is a different place altogether, a foreign place. Then definitely the native will get some relief, will be able to come out of that mental stress and even trauma, will be able to come out of that, and will be able to experience peace of mind. That can happen. So friends, look at your 4th house, which planet is ruling your 4th house. If Venus is the lord of your 4th house, then if Venus is the lord, then in the case of a male native, it can show that the wife will be very caring. If Venus is in good dignity in the chart, and if the 4th house is not afflicted, then it can show that the wife is very caring. Yes, the wife is as caring, like the wife is almost like a mother. She's very caring, so very caring and loving. So that can also show. So friends, which planet is ruling? Yes, just as I said, if Jupiter is ruling, and if Jupiter is in good dignity, you'll be dutiful towards your home, and that is towards the inmates of your home, towards your house. You will be very dutiful. So all that. So which planet is ruling, and all that you have to see. So friends, if Saturn is ruling the 4th house, it can also show that your mother will be very strict, will be, she'll be very disciplined. It can show that. It can show that, your mother will be very strict, very disciplined, and she will be, and so that will also influence you in a way. So if the mother is strict and disciplined and very, systematic, it can show that. If Saturn is the lord of the 4th house, then you have to also check how Saturn is seated in the, birth chart. All that you have to see. Then you will get to know many things about the 4th house. So friends, all these things you can say, you can decode various things by just looking at this zodiac sign, which is there in the 4th house, and the planet which is ruling that sign. Obviously, by looking at all these things, you can say so many things. And even the nakshatra, which is okay, you can say the nakshatra which is falling in the in the 4th house, that is the nakshatra with which the 4th house begins, you can say. So which nakshatra is falling, say, on the cusp of the 4th house. So that also will say so many things. And which nakshatras are falling within the 4th house. So all these things you can look at, friends, and you can decode so many things about the 4th house. So friends, that's all for today. See you next time with another interesting topic. Please subscribe to this channel, share this video, and if you want consultation, you know that you can text me. Take care. See you. Bye.
you.